Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerds of Legend. I'm your DM, Ben. Next to me is Brian, and next to him is Will, and then below me is Joel, and then next to Joel is Brendan. So, one or two housekeeping things. Our next book talk, which will take place in a week and a half, I don't know the date off the top of my head, is going to be Foundation by Isaac Asimov. And then we're going to continue on Monday our vampire discussion from a couple weeks ago to keep up with our little bit of spooky stuff that we were going to be doing for the month of October. That's all I've got for right now, so without further ado, let's get started. Last time, our heroes were introduced to the newly resurrected Nadalia, a lamia that was far more friendly than her normal kind. She thanked the adventurers and provided the promised reward via Korvala. And then, in the morning, the group met Onin, a mysterious, short, and naive paladin who had been led to the grove by a dream from his god Moradin. He agreed to join the party, and they proceeded to return to Candlekeep and received their reward of a helm of comprehend languages. Before they could get started celebrating, they were up in a circle, and all of a sudden a raven dropped a book right at Mop's feet and demanded he read it, which he found out via his new helm. The book spoke of the Shadowfell and contained a map leading to a mysterious mansion. On the way past an abandoned village, they fought off a troll and took a rest. And that's where we are now. So, you guys wake up the following morning. Nothing happened. You guys do the typical, watch schedule in a, wilderness sort of area, and nothing really happens during the night. It seems like your fight with the troll scared off anything that might have been interested in you. And you notice in the morning that it has become a thick fog has sort of come down across the valley that you're in, and
just to start, I pray for my spells.
All right. Give me a second. I need to pull up the picture for you guys. All right. So, again, as a reminder, here's your little map. I can make it bigger if you so choose, or you guys can probably expand it on your own screens. So right now you are by the hand and horn, a set of rock formations, one shaped like a hand, the other like a horn, as should be obvious. So what do you guys do in the morning? So like I said, it's sort of like there's like a misty fog that has kind of come down across this valley that you're in.
I awaken and I go to Onin's side directly. And I briefly kind of check in with him, and I say to Onin, "Good morning. How did you sleep?"
Pretty good. What about you?
Fine. I slept fine, thank you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm new to these lands. You said you had a dream where you had to come and find us.
Yeah.
Do you often have dreams like this?
No, not really. Most of the time I dream of, puppies and unicorns.
I like puppies.
I do too.
What kind of puppy do you like?
Big ones. Big puppies.
Big puppies.
What about you? What's your favorite kind of puppy?
I like the ones that they have in Waterdeep, the really big ones. The ones that kind of have those feathers and fur. Ones that they keep in the pen.
I don't know what those are.
I think I've heard them called owl bears before.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a puppy.
Is that not a puppy? I'm sorry, I'm still very new to these lands.
A bear's not a dog, right?
More than twice our mortgage. I thought the escrow was
Sorry, I'll look at this tomorrow. The bank's already closed, so.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that was.
I was gonna say, if you didn't know his alignment, dreaming of puppies and unicorns, it's an alignment, all right.
Chaotic evil.
Obviously.
The opposite. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how close I'd be to this conversation, but I know like immediate.
We're having this out in the open, right? I'm assuming we're,
I'm praying. I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, I guess we're having that conversation out in the open, I assume, unless you're being quiet about it.
No.
Yeah. Upon immediate mention of the owl bear, Mop's just gonna have that Bert Sesame Street emoji. He just has the eyes like directly looking at the camera. Never actually seen an owl bear in person, but definitely know how dangerous they are.
Well, I mean, for what I saw, and I was only there briefly, but they seemed rather domesticated.
In water,
Like a puppy.
Yeah.
Right?
Like a puppy, yeah.
Maybe they are puppies. Can we get one, Mop?
You know, if you can put something on a leash and you can get it to do tricks, I'd call it a puppy. That's our criteria.
That's a yes.
It's a long-winded yes.
I offer Onan a high five.
I suggest let's not find him in the wild. Let's get a water deep owl bear. Then you can ride it. We don't have to walk as much.
Riding puppy.
Right. Big with halflings.
That's why it's so important you get a big puppy.
I like you, Onan.
I like you.
Practical.
I come around. I'm like, what are we talking about?
We're gonna get a puppy.
Oh, fantastic! What kind of puppy?
An owl bear.
Large enough to ride.
What? I don't think if it's called an owl bear that it is a puppy.
We
So-
just
No.
established it. It's definitely a puppy.
Mop just said it was a puppy.
But it's called an owl bear. How would that be a puppy? It doesn't make sense.
If you can
If an owl can be a bear, then a puppy can be an owl bear.
But it's not an owl that turned into a bear. It's an owl bear. It's a creature that is the owl bear.
So puppy's a profession. And if you can get it,
I was under the impression in my readings that a puppy was a small baby immature dog, a baby dog, if you will.
that is
An
completely...
owl bear is an owl bear.
Tiny puppy baby dog is completely insufficient for our riding and purposes and carrying things purposes. So we need something meatier.
And your first choice went with owl bear. I've never seen one, so
I went
I'm
for
behind this
petting
as well.
purposes.
Let's get an owl bear.
I presume that they're very downy. Never petted one myself, only in books, But I presume they're very downy.
I don't know. I've only read about them, and I've heard that they can be aggressive when provoked in the wild. But apparently,
Well, don't
are
provoke
also.
it.
No,
Why would I provoke it?
purportedly there are water-deep domesticated owl bears. So,
Oh, well then let's do that. We should go to Waterdeep right now. Which way?
What do you say we just abandon this quest and just
Yes.
go to Waterdeep?
Yes, fuck this quest. Let's go get an owl bear mount.
Almost as if there was a DM that we could just fuck.
So, are we all in favor? I cast guidance. Which way to Waterdeep?
I mean, the map says the word treasure on it. I'm kind of.
Shut up! We're talking about puppies. The treasure
No,
will be there.
we get the treasure and then use that money to buy the puppy.
See,
You guys
That
hear a
logic.
voice and
I like you, Onin.
It works out perfectly.
so you guys
You know,
hear like a
sometimes-
faint screams on the wind.
The wind is screaming. I believe. Hold on, and I pretend to listen. The wind says, "That's a perfect idea. Go get a puppy." And treasure then puppy. Yes.
So help me God, I'm so close to just dropping an owlbear on you guys right now.
Oh, I just heard a voice that says he'll bring us the puppy for us. All we have to do is beat the shit out of it.
If you
and
follow
make
the
it
map,
best
maybe
thing.
you'll find an owlbear.
Hope y'all are ready with my negative animal handling.
Yes, let's use handling. The one that I have a +4 to? I have a. Oh, that's right.
I have a
Wisdom.
+3
Got
to
it.
animal handling.
Oh, my bad. It's a 0, not a negative.
So, by our powers combined, Gideon and Murph make a +7. I pull my ring of heart out.
Well, how
No,
about-
give me the helm. Give me the helm of comprehend languages. I want to be all like,
You're
oh,
if you promise to give it back,
I can't promise that I'll give back the
I
owlbear.
don't know how to get you fucks back on track right now.
I mean, I'm sitting there scratching my head, trying to navigate this map.
So while we're having the conversation, he's planning out the course and
An
whatnot.
owl bear.
I'm
Oh,
more concerned with the screaming.
Yeah, that was not canon. Did not actually happen.
Well, I mean, if we have
No,
the mists and they're
was
screaming
very
around us,
much
I think we're in Ravenloft now.
I feel a sense of
I
darkness.
don't know.
Please.
Maybe.
Actually,
We'll suddenly can turn into a flaming werewolf. This got way cooler.
All right. Well, Mop, do you lead your companions along the path?
Yeah, so we reached the Hand and Horn. We need to go past Three Tree Hill, which, according to the map, so we need to head east and then go south.
Yeah.
Through the wood.
There isn't as much of a path as there used to be, but you can see what basically amounts to what probably used to be one, but it's been fairly overgrown. Nothing's passed through here in a very, very long time. But you can sort of, as you head out, you can sort of make your way through these thickets and forest, and you come across a rather tall, narrow hill with 3 large pines stood upon it. Nothing remarkable is going on here, but
That's Three Tree Hill.
yeah.
It checks out.
It's covered in owl bears.
As you guys approach, you can hear sort of as you guys continue along the path, you can hear the sounds of a river, building. You can, as moving water as you move closer, and then out of the mists you see a wooden covered bridge that seems to be almost shrouded in darkness. And as you approach, you hear from the darkness on the other end of the bridge, you hear, "So you finally come." And as you guys approach
This
the
bridge is
bridge,
talking to us.
you see 2 green eyes, and you hear clattering hooves as out of the shadows in the bridge approaches a knight on a skeletal horse.
What is the capital of Assyria?
And one
I
thing,
don't know
the other
that.
thing, the other thing about the knight that you notice is he doesn't appear to be doing so hot either. As you see that his glowing green eyes come out of the shadows, you see that he has the face of a skull.
I would like. Is this undead?
You don't. I don't think you even have to roll for that. Yes.
Murph-
Warhorse.
That obvious.
Bristle and be like abomination,
My gut instinct.
and we'll cast sacred flame at it.
Roll initiative.
All right,
Okay.
Well, remember, my character hates the undead. He's like blood oath to fight them whenever he sees them, unless they're noble.
This is true. 18.
All right, hold on a second.
17.
My guy also got a 17, so we're gonna need a roll off.
Well, who has the higher dex modifier?
Oh yeah, what's your dex mod?
Nine?
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Okay,
I'm a straight
so
17.
he also has a 0, so
Negative. I rolled again 1, so he can have it.
all right. So what about Gideon and Onan or Onion?
15 for onion.
Gideon has a 16.
All right. So Gideon, you'll be go before, or you'll go after Dolmek, because he rolled a 17 on his initial. Okay. So I believe you started off everything with, well, actually,
It needs a
mop.
dex save.
I need a dexterity save.
Yeah, I need a dex save. Or sacred
Wait, is
flame.
it him or is it the horse that needs to save?
Did you shoot at the horse or the knight?
What is undead?
Both.
Then I don't care. Go for the knight.
Okay. I rolled a dex save, you said?
Yeah. Now it's radiant damage too, so does
14.
That... Huh?
14.
Okay, that beats it.
Okay. As your sacred flame shoots towards the knight, he raises his shield and blocks it out of the way. It's like, now temper.
I'm like, you are an abomination. All undead must be destroyed.
Yes, she told me about you.
Who told you about me?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, that's why I asked. I'm still autistic. Like, I mean, like, it's not like he's not gonna suddenly pick up nuance.
This is fair.
This is lippy undead.
Like, you violate the circle.
The circle, I see. Yes. Well. Sorry, I'm trying to remember something.
I'll ask, what happened? What reason did you decide to partake in this unholy ceremony that let you cheat death?
I was promised more power than what I could imagine.
That is the worst thing you could say. I will. Is it my turn to attack again?
No, it's
I'm
Mop.
going to.
Mop's turn.
Am I within 120 feet?
Yes.
Range spell attack. Oh no, that's a net one.
Again, he raises his shield and blocks it out of the way. And then
Extra pathetic little zap.
like
sparkle.
just like Murph goes to like shoot a spell and it just like sparks like like a sparkle and just like shoots out of his finger. It's like
It's one of those
like a,
one of those magician shop hand buzzers. It's like that's it.
yeah.
The only thing you conjure is yakety sax, where it's like,
The knight looks and he said, "My turn," and he charges
No.
forward on his horse, lance leveled at Dolmek. And that is a 24 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay.
Can I get
Well, actually,
A
was he
dexterity
within 5
save.
feet of me?
Yes. Protection.
Yeah.
I would like a dexterity save as well.
Dexterity save. Okay. That was a 22 to hit then.
Yeah.
And dexterity save.
Yes.
That is only a 7.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
He takes
hits.
22 points of fire damage.
Holy fuck. At the knight.
Yeah.
You hit me, I hit you.
And that's your reaction, right?
That's my reaction.
Okay. And he hits you for 8 points of damage, and then as he comes up and hits you, and then he strikes at you again with the butt of his lance, and that's only a 11 to hit. So
That does not hit.
okay, and then as the warhorse that he's riding on, as he comes up, is going to attempt to strike at Onin for that's an 8, so it definitely doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and that's the war. That's their turn. Dolmek, it is your turn.
I would like a Constitution save.
Is this turn undead?
No.
Okay. That is a 14.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
It was a 13 he needed.
Okay.
All right. And as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And can I summon and attack with it, or just summon it?
I need to read the. What's the wording of spiritual
You can
weapon?
only repeat as a bonus action. You can move the weapon 20 feet. I can summon it. I can only summon it this turn. The
Okay.
next turn, I can attack.
Okay.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't it take a standard action to do the spell, though?
No, it's a bonus. It says casting time bonus action.
Okay, got it.
And then it says, but then everything I can do, move it and attack with it,
Is bonus action.
is bonus action.
Yep.
I am finished.
Okay. That is turn to Gideon.
Okay. Gideon do? Well, I have to just defend my friends, so. Okay. I shall attempt to strike at the horse. Yeah, I suppose I'll do that. I'll strike at the horse with my quarterstaff,
Okay.
and we'll see what that happens, and then I'll decide where my fist is going. So, how does a 24 treat you?
That'll do her.
Okay. I suppose I'll use my fist to also strike at the horse.
Okay.
So I'll punch a horse like Conan.
All right.
And that's going to be a
That's
21.
gonna hit too.
Yay! Okay. That's a D4 and a D6. And I'll actually also use
I knew
my...
this was coming.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Radiant Soul Asimar ability to have one of my attacks do an additional 3 points of radiant damage to it.
So double to 6 because it's undead, I believe, right?
I mean, it's sometimes they have vulnerability to radiant, other times they don't. So, I mean, it would depend on what kind of like undead this
Check
is.
the horse. No. Oh, you are doing bludgeoning though, right? For everything?
Yeah, both the quarterstaff and the punch are bludgeoning.
Yeah, so that'll be double damage on everything.
Okay. So that's going to be an 8 and a 4, so 12 points damage.
Ouch. Was that doubled already?
No,
that
that's
was 8.
before doubling.
Okay. Okay, so you did 12. So 16 plus yeah. Okay, you kill the horse. How do you kill the horse?
Oh, I basically like it comes up and like it rears against my ally, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Brian?
And I just give it one of those
You were kind of breaking up there for me. I don't know about anyone else, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I better now?
yeah, you're better now.
Okay. Yeah, so
Unless
it comes
you
up.
said you give it one of the. If that's exactly what you said, then we heard it perfectly.
I was saying, like it comes up to my ally and it tries to attack, and so it rears up on its hind legs, and I just give it one of those Bruce Lee like punches to the solar plexus, where I'm like, what?
You gotta hold the face too. Yeah, I gotta hold the face.
It explains that sound.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
So the horse is struck and like blows apart in a pile into a pile of bones as the actually I'm gonna roll for the knight. He's actually able to leap off of the horse and come to his feet, and he's like, I liked that horse. Onan, it is your turn.
Okay.
I tell him to surrender.
Mm-hmm. If you think that I would do that, what would be in store for me if I surrendered would be nothing than what compared to no.
Onan is going to scream out, well, you had your chance! And he's going to use his cry to gain advantage, and he is going to swing. Oh, wait, advantage.
Ah.
It's the whole point of him doing that. That would have been bad. And that is going to be a divinest of smites.
Not just regular divine, divinest.
The divinest.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Yep, I need to find that.
Let's hope you do superlative damage too.
There's divine smite, all the way at the bottom. 2d8. This is undead, correct?
Yes.
One more d8.
Yes, you get another d8.
Just making sure.
I don't know why I threw undead against a cleric and a paladin.
Because you didn't want us to get an owl bear, and you wanted to distract us. What are the two things they hate the most?
Too much.
I wouldn't let you have an owl bear in Icewind Dale here either. Why?
And 10 for radiant.
So how much was that?
13 total.
Okay.
3 piercing.
Okay. Alrighty. As you strike him with your divine power, he's going to stumble a little bit, and as he looks, you see some like in the place where you struck, there's like mushrooms are sprouting, and it's sort of like almost like bleeding, but it's like black ichor like coming out. And that's around to Mop.
I'm going to try another ranged spell attack. So this one was better than the first. This will be Firebolt. Ooh, that's a 10.
He's again going to like basically casually parry the firebolt aside in this instance, and then it will be his turn. He throws his lance aside and reaches behind himself and pulls out a great axe, and he's going to look at Gideon, and he's like, I liked that horse, and he's going to strike at Gideon does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
And then how about a 19?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So he's going to hit you for 13 points of damage. He's
okay.
Okay, that is turned to Dulmec. Murph, sorry.
I need a wisdom save.
Is that your turn undead?
No, I need a
okay.
I need a wisdom save. It's not turn undead.
Okay, that was a 10, so he fails.
All right. He takes 4 points of necrotic damage as he tolls the dead.
I see.
And then my spiritual weapon does 11 points of damage to him.
Okay. He's still standing.
All right.
He does stumble back, and he's barely holding together. Again, everywhere he's been hit, there's like mushrooms sprouting out of his body. And it is Gideon's turn.
Gross.
That's gross.
Yes. Yes, it's going to have to be that time. All right, then.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I don't want to do it. He has threatened my friends, and now he comes at me. So I must defend myself. That's a natural one.
No.
I cast
I will, however, try to punch him, so. Okay, that's a little bit better. 18.
That just hits.
Yay! All right, so he takes an additional 3 points of radiant damage.
How do you kill him?
On top of, oh, wow. So maximum damage of 7.
He had 2 HP left.
Okay, yeah.
Smoke him.
Brian?
Sorry.
I asked how you killed him.
Oh, I am going to kind of like. Can you describe him a little? Like, what is he wearing?
So he's got like dark steel armor. Like he's just like comic. It's almost like comically like bad, like evil looking. And he's got like black armor. He's got like a full helm with like a T-shaped visor, but you can like fully see his like skeletal face. Like I said before, you can see how he's like skeletal behind the armor, and he's got like sort of like mushrooms like sprout, like anywhere he's taking damage, he's got like these like sort of poisonous looking like mushrooms sprouting out of his wounds.
Okay. So what I do is I just go ahead and I punch him really hard in the face, and like the skull spins round and round and round and round. And then it just like comes to a stop, and I'm all like, this is the part where you fall down. I'm glad that Brendan got that one.
Yeah. He's going to be it's like, that may be so, but we'll meet again. And he like falls over and like collapses until just like basically like a pile of just bones. And you notice his like armor sort of like boils away. Like anything that was on his person sort of like boils away to like nothing, and all that's left is bones. And
is there a corpse left? Like, is there remains, like just the bones, the skeleton?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to. I reach into my pouch, and I pull out 2 copper pieces and I sprinkle salt all over the bones.
Mm-hmm.
And I put 2 copper pieces over his eyes and perform the ritual for gentle repose. He cannot do anything for 10 days.
Yeah.
He cannot be raised, and that cannot become undead.
Yeah. And then you do that, and you hear in the back of your head, you hear like a chuckle. And he's like, "You didn't think that was my actual body, did you?" And
Well, this one won't work for you anymore. So
This anime villain.
it was part of your body.
I have plenty of others. And
Was
you
even my final form.
Yeah. Well, I guess then we'll have to find your real body, then, won't we?
You don't hear anything else.
Oh, not as tough when someone says they're going to come after you. I see. I look to everyone else. I'm like, so apparently that wasn't the right skeleton, and I said we're going to find him, and he kind of fucked off. I didn't say anything, so there's that.
All right.
And then I'm going to inspect if there's anything useful on the skeleton, just for the fucking hell of it.
Let's see.
But particularly
some
paying
bones.
close attention to the mushrooms.
He's in the plane of found out.
Yeah. So you inspect the mushrooms. Could you roll me? You can roll with your herbalism kit.
Okay. 16.
Mm-hmm. You know from your like sort of studies of herbalism that this is a particularly like noxious form of. I didn't come up with a name for it off the right now.
I'll do it.
A noxious like form of mushroom that's very like poisonous, but it's also known to like sprout on corpses.
Oh. Well, then I'm going to use my herbalism kit and collect up the bone cap mushrooms and put them into one of my containers.
Yep.
I'm going to look over it as I pick them up and put them in. I'll be like, Murph, these are also poison. What kind of poison? Like, what does it do? How fast does it kill you? And is there any traces? Or does it kill you? Or does it just make you sick? Like,
it just it'll deal some like a D4 of necrotic damage if you like ingest it. If you ingest vast quantities, you're gonna regret it.
What happens with vast quantities?
You die.
I'm actually writing them down. I said, deal D4 necrotic damage, dead with a lot of it.
Yeah.
Thing is that when you die, you get resurrected as an anime villain who can only,
Yeah.
A skeleton, but he's got tons of beautiful hair. So, I'm gonna take, I don't know, like a couple of them. I don't think it would go for a bad quantity. So,
yeah.
How much would that count?
You know that like if you take the time, you could probably sort of like maybe cultivate enough and like sort of create like a distilled mixture of it that would be a more like deadly poison.
So, can I take some on a bone? Can I like try to take like one of the bone pieces that it's growing on?
Sure.
Okay. Then I will do that.
I'll take a sample.
Brian, your video's freezing up, just so you know.
Yeah, okay. I'll work on that. Can you guys still hear me fine though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soothing, dulcet tones are coming through my ear.
Yeah, so now everything's kind of like calmed down. It even seems like now that you're getting closer to like midday, the mists are not as foreboding and like troublesome as they were, and maybe even like it was somehow connected to this guy that you just dispatched. But you know, as the day goes on, the mists sort of lift a little bit. Now what? You're at the bridge.
Considering Mop did very little in that combat, he's gonna try to move things along and just quickly look at the map. Like, all right, anyways.
Anyway.
Let's see.
To the Worm's Mark. Looks like it's due south.
Yep.
I think the party's generally not very messed up, so we could probably keep going if everyone's ready.
Oh, I've only lost 8 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Plus you're a cleric, so you can kind of just,
Oh yeah, I've got healing.
Get all the damage away.
So you guys head on your way, adventuring further, following the map.
Let's look at this map.
Yeah. So Mop's
was that the bridge, the wood bridge that we just went over?
Yes.
So we're heading south towards the worm.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see like as you're headed that way, you sort of see a volcanic sort of mountain sort of belching out steam and ash into the air. There's nothing else going on other than this sort of landmark.
Is that where we're supposed to be going? Who has the map? Is that
Yeah.
map? Is that where we're supposed to go?
That giant foreboding thing that looks dangerous. Yeah.
Well, I fucking hate it.
Can I get a survival check from somebody?
I mean, I suppose Gideon's probably the best suited for that sort of thing.
Better than mine, for sure.
Is Gideon the one doing it? I'd like a consensus, so...
I've got a +4 if no one else has an objection.
I have a +3, but I rolled a 1, so take it away.
Yeah.
Will someone assist me so I can get advantage?
Can I assist since I already rolled or no?
Yeah, I'd say like you and Mop are kind of like putting your heads together over this map.
Okay.
Okay.
I can try to assist. It's not going to be great.
It'll be fantastic.
Oh wow, that's a 23.
Yeah. So you're looking at this map and you're like, I don't think we need to go to the volcano. I think we just have to like, that's just like our landmark. So.
Okay, I relay that information to my allies. I say, I don't think we need to go to the volcano. I think it's just kind of there to represent a place of notice for the map.
Yeah. Yeah, to the Worm's Mark in the Foggy Moor west of there.
Oh, is the Foggy Moor? That's that fog we just came through, right?
Well, as you guys are going, it seems like this sort of volcano might be part of the reason it's so like misty in this valley. Like it's causing sort of that effect. As you're going, the mists are sort of like building up again. You see like I think a moor is like a swampy area. Is that right, guys?
So the mountain of fire is making mist. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's making steam, which is creating fog, which creates a weather effect that causes fog, Joel.
It's just a magic volcano that does that.
Mm-hmm.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so you guys enter like a swampy area, and then
I hate this area.
As night is falling, and you head through the swamp, you see at the top of a hill a mansion. You see
A what?
A mansion, there's like a manor, like chalet sort of thing at the top of a hill.
And it's got one tower just hanging off a tiny little bridge. It's Dracula's tower. I've seen Castlevania. I'm going home. That's not Dracula's castle at all.
So you see like a sort of mansion.
I leaned to Mop, and I'm like, I bet that's where that skeleton came from. That looks like a place a skeleton would live, right?
Yeah.
Do they have a stable for his horse?
Is there a stable for a horse?
Who has a horse?
A skeleton.
Skeleton had a horse.
No, there's no stable here.
There's no stable there.
Is there a domesticated owlbear here?
Is there a domesticated owlbear here? Is there a domesticated regular horse there?
Yeah, as you guys approach the mansion,
there's a domesticated horse there.
There's not a horse here.
You just said yes. You said yeah.
No, I'm trying to move the story along, but you guys are obsessed with owlbears today for some reason.
And horses. Beasts of burden.
As you guys are approaching this mansion, there's sort of ravens circling everywhere over it.
Ride.
And there's then perching on top of the house. And
now we're in Ravenloft.
Didn't say that.
Well, there's ravens, and there's a loft, so...
I'm going to cast Borrowed Knowledge and read this in D&D Beyond. Just read ahead.
Okay, jerk. So what do you guys do as you approach the house?
Actually, hold on. Did I actually... Nope.
Mop, this is your area of expertise.
As soon as we enter, once we're inside...
So you guys enter the house?
I don't want to enter the house. I don't like this place.
You don't like any place that the group goes.
You're figuring that out, huh? He hates everything. He wants to go back to the Grove and have books delivered to him, but he's forced to do shit.
Chalet Bronte.
But he might not be able to have books delivered to him, but he can have dice delivered to him, courtesy of tabletoploot.com. Did you know that?
This makes me so happy. We haven't done it in so long.
Hey, Brian, what's tabletoploot.com?
Tabletoploot.com is your one-stop shop for any and all dice needs. You can get $25 down and get your box delivered to you every month. It's 4 sets of dice minimum, randomly chosen by the good folks at Tabletop Loot. In fact, you can actually go to their site right now, put in the code NOL15, 15% off any of the dice in their store.
Thanks, Brian.
No problem.
Look at Ben's face right now. He's glowering.
I'm sorry, you were saying something?
Did you guys enter the house or not?
Yes.
Yes.
After giving you a hard time, I enter the house.
Okay, you enter at C4.
I feel like you missed a few
And it explodes because it's C4.
So as you
I see what you did. I hate it.
as you enter into the exploding room, you see it's a sort of like foyer cloakroom area. So there's rusty iron hooks that line the walls, and hanging from 2 of these hooks are a shovel and a rake. A dusty cloak is draped over a hook next to a round-topped door in the south wall.
I would like to investigate the cloak.
There's nothing. It's just as you disturb the cloak,
It kills you.
2 little moths kind of fly out of it, and you find that in one of the pockets there's a rusty iron key.
You said there was nothing.
Sorry, I had to read further.
Now it's filled with stuff. I found a key. I'm gonna toss it over to Mop. I feel like this would be more your thing.
I mean, actually, it means I don't need to do my thing, but I'll take it anyway.
But you're gonna be checking doors and stuff, right?
Oh, I'll check doors.
Yeah.
There. Please go to doors, and that's pretty much it. And Jet, maybe I'll keep it. No, you can have it.
Okay.
So the little thing down to C1, is that a ladder? In the room?
Yeah, so it's stairs going down. I don't think it's a ladder.
Okay, it's a very tight stairwell.
Yeah.
Do we wanna check
Before we get going, can we take our break real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Just a couple seconds.
Yeah. All right, we're back on. Where were we? Ah, yes. You entered into the coat room, the cloak room, so to speak. You have a set of stone steps leading downward, as well as a door leading toward elsewhere on the first floor, or the ground floor, so to speak.
How is the place lit?
Nothing right now. There's no torches in this room. You just kind of like have the daylight coming in through the door.
If this really is a chalet, this is probably a side entrance for a groundskeeper or something.
No, this is sort of like a foyer, so like you would come in and it's like a hunting lodge sort of thing. You come in, get rid of your cloaks and stuff, and
It's like a standard entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then the door could be... Yeah, I'll try to detect traps in the door.
go for it. You rolling or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 14 plus. I guess I could use investigation.
Yeah. That's fine. There's no traps that you can find on this door.
Okay. I'll try the key.
Not for this. It's not locked, and there's no. It does not seem to be the key to this door.
Oh, it looks like we're in, boys.
Okay. So you're not taking the basement steps. You're going to go through into the ground floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
C5.
Okay. So as you enter, light enters this spacious room through a bulge in the north wall, where cracked and broken windows look out over a foggy vale. Dusty sheets cover most of the room's furnishings, and cobwebs stretch between the antlers, wolf heads, and other hunting trophies mounted on the walls above the wainscoting. I don't know what that word means, but that's just what the book says. A pale rectangle above the large fireplace suggests that a picture of a mirror once hung there.
I don't suppose the map gives specific instructions as to where in the house this thing is.
Nope, it just kind of led you to the mansion.
It said treasure,
So there's a wooden staircase leading up to a landing, and there's a partially open door next to those stairs, and then a short hallway leading out of the room as well.
Can I? You said there's a painting. Can I investigate?
There was a painting. There looks like there was like a painting or a mirror used to hang above the fireplace.
Oh,
So there's
like,
nothing else of note to really look at other than the heads.
Yeah. It's kind of
Can I
like dusty
investigate
and
the head?
cobwebby and stuff. Yeah, sure.
Natural 20, so 21.
You are able to discern that there is a wolf, a deer, a ram, and a moose.
Wow. But I'm extremely confident that's
Yeah, you're able to. Yeah, look. I mean, from this you can tell like there's like nothing in this room has been disturbed in a long time. You know, there's dusty.
Okay.
There's dust covers on all the furniture. There's cobwebs hanging from all these heads and stuff.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I've found everything.
Yes.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything here. We should move forward, don't you think?
question is where to?
I'm partial to the narrow hallway.
Okay. As you guys go down.
Well, it's everybody else they agree.
I agree with C6. I'm just not going to be the first one through.
I guess I will do it.
I would like to investigate C5 a little bit more.
Okay.
Pull the sheets off some of the furniture.
Oh, I thought that was part of the investigation check. I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Oh, okay.
you can. He rolled a nat 20. There's nothing of note in this room other than he can tell that nothing's been used or disturbed in there in a very long time.
Okay.
So we go to C6 then, or C7?
Yep.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah, you can head to C6. So you enter a circular chamber at the base of the tower. There's a large oak dining table surrounded by 6 high-back chairs, carved with the images of stags. Suspended above the table
We're in
is
House Baratheon.
Yeah, above the table is a gaudy chandelier tied off with ropes. Puddles of water on the flagstone floor are the result of moisture seeping in through 3 broken windows evenly spaced around the tower. And there's also a fireplace set in the wall that is blackened by soot.
Is there anything on the table or no?
Nope.
So we got a table,
Look,
puddles,
could
and a
probably
chandelier.
assume there's like a dining room. This was a dining room.
Right.
I'm gonna rake the coals of the fireplace, see if there's anything in the ash.
Yeah, you don't find anything in there, but as you guys are sort of looking around the room, you hear like coming from the door that you passed on the way into the...
We hear what?
You hear like a pig snorting. Like,
Oh.
did that not come through the mic very well?
Investigate that one.
It's just I didn't know what the hell that was.
It sounded like gelatinous undulating.
That's what I really thought, that you were going to be like, it sounds like ooze. It's a fucking gelatinous cube.
No, that would have been like.
I like how you're expecting us to really have known that off the cuff. Like, that's the differentiating sound.
See, that sounds like you're stirring Velveeta mac and cheese.
It really does. I just think you need to work on your sound craft.
Sorry that my pig
Very
noise wasn't
clearly
up to
with
your
macaroni
standards.
and cheese.
There's a pig squeal.
Gotta use more nose with the snorting.
Yeah, what's wrong with just an oink? Just say oink.
The flat one.
There it is.
There.
I mean, it's a little bit better.
You heard a pig noise from the kitchen, okay?
It definitely sounds like a pig stirring macaroni and cheese.
Onan is going to investigate it.
Okay.
Can I untie the chandelier and drop it down to the table?
I mean, you can.
That's why I asked to do that.
Okay. You just letting it drop?
Well, I would lower it down, and then I want to look through it and see if any parts of it's useful, or like important, or crystal, or worth money.
Sure.
4.
4? Yeah, it's just like a really gaudy chandelier.
Perfect.
You also notice that this room does not see any signs of traffic or disturbances.
It doesn't seem like anyone's been here. Should we go to the kitchen where a pig's making macaroni and cheese?
Now I'm hungry, so we have to.
Yes. Off to the pig making macaroni and cheese. Let's go.
Mac and cheese with bacon.
That sounds delicious.
That's an excellent idea.
I'm
so
very hungry now.
You guys enter the kitchen.
Hellish rebuke.
There's there's no pig.
Oh. Well, this place is even more bullshit than it was before.
The ghostly scent of meals past still haunts this kitchen, trapped in the wood of its tables. There's soot on the hearth and grime in its pots. Many hang from hooks around the room. Almost everything you expect to see in a kitchen of this size can be found here, including dish-filled cupboards, cleaning supplies, and cooking utensils. You see some mice scurry across the floor, trying their best to avoid you.
Where are you, Phantom Pig?
Yeah. We're definitely in Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Spectral pig.
So you guys can tell that this kitchen still sees use. You can see some rations and spices in some of the pots. And then you can see some dirty dishes stacked near a wash basin. But other than that, there's no pig.
Smell like bacon.
I mean, looks like some bacon might have recently been cooked, but there's no pig.
Recently, interesting.
As in the last 5 seconds, which is why we no longer hear the pig.
It's a very good point though, because like the dining room's in disrepair, and like the living room, all of the furniture had been covered and paintings missing, like someone moved out or something. But the kitchen's been recently used.
It's clear they obviously eat in the kitchen. It makes sense. Not everyone uses their dining room.
What it lends to my thoughts is that somebody might be squatting. But we'll see.
That makes perfect
The
sense.
mice cooked.
As you guys are talking,
Maybe the
you
mice
hear,
are cooking.
creaking floorboards above your head.
There's someone upstairs. Let's run upstairs, Scooby-Doo style. With absolutely no concern for safety.
Okay, guys, we need to search up and look for buried treasure.
Yep, we all split up and run pell-mell around the house. To an upbeat, jaunty tune.
Ruh-roh.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
So you guys enter. There's the as you guys ascend the stairs onto the landing in the parlor, you see there's a centerpiece in this parlor with a gold inlaid low table around which a handful of overstuffed chairs and sofas are neatly arranged, and then there's other furniture, including a cabinet full of glass decanters and wine goblets, and a 6-foot-tall gilded harp standing in the northwest corner. A staircase in the northeast corner ascends to the second floor, and several dusty sheets lie in a small heap nearby.
Can I look at the heap a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Does it just seem to be like a trash pile sort of thing?
So it looks like these were probably sheets that were used to cover the furniture in this room. So like this room looks like it's been like being used. So like none of the furniture has like sheets on it. Looks like someone probably took the sheets off, heaped them by the staircase.
I'd like to take some of the sheets in my sack if that's okay.
Sure. And do you guys continue going upstairs?
What else is there? You said things were gold inlaid.
So there's a table with a gold inlay and a harp in the corner.
Can I inspect the table and the harp?
Sure.
Is that one roll or two?
You can just roll for one. Investigate.
20.
20. You can tell that these are obviously valuable items, but they would be very heavy and awkward to transport.
Shit. Can I peel the gold out of the table?
I mean, it wouldn't really be. It's like gold leaf. You can't really get much money for that. Or gold paint.
I go up the stairs.
Yeah, so you guys can see sort of like the layout of the room that you're looking at. You enter into a hallway area.
What's the order? Who's in front?
Nose goes.
I'll go first.
Okay, I'll go right behind him.
You want me to cover the rear?
I'm going to cast guidance on Gideon.
Dwarf caboose.
Okay. Which room do you head to?
Gideon goes, I'm going to be like, good luck, as I touch him and give him guidance. So,
Okay.
I suppose the first place that we're going is Gideon would want to...
Go to Waterdeep and buy an owl bear.
I would want to inspect the hallway that then goes to the door that goes to C12.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out sort of this map gets a little bit confusing here. So, yeah. Okay. So you inspect the door leading to C12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So there's nothing really to see about it. It's just like a door.
Does it have a lock or a keyhole?
Nope. Well, it's
Okay. I open the door then.
Okay. And in the room, against the west wall, there's a roll-top desk, north of which are two leather-padded armchairs, which face a fireplace carved with images of wolves and stags. Draped over each chair is a wolf skin, and a narrow spiral staircase choked with cobwebs winds up the east wall. So that those stairs you see for C12 are sort of like up to like a landing for this room.
I go up into the landing proper,
Okay.
and I'm going to kind of like inspect the fireplace to see if it's been used recently.
It doesn't look like this fireplace has been used. Like I said, probably the most notable feature in this room is a roll-top desk.
Or I'll
This is the
inspect
desk.
the roll-top desk then.
It's locked.
Okay. I'll look to Mop and I'll say, locked.
Gonna get the
Should I try my key or do you want to try yours?
We'll try the keys first. If they don't work, I'll just have to do my thing.
Yep. It's pretty much obvious that the key you have is more like for a normal door, not like a desk. You can try to pick the lock.
I will do so. All right. Oh, nice. Base 19.
Yeah, you look at that and you're like, yeah, this is a standard 4-chamber, and you basically just immediately, like, in 2 seconds you like pop that thing open.
Half barrel hinges.
Yes.
Just get the rolling pins and
Bind on 1, pin on 2. And lockpicking lawyer, anyone? No. Yeah, so you guys open the desk and you can see there's a set of calligraphy supplies and a leather-covered journal with a stylized wolf head on the cover.
I don't have the best record with opening and handling books. I'll just sort of point to the inside of the chest with both hands like Vanna White. It's kind of...
Yeah.
So there was a book with a wolf's head and what else?
And a set of calligraphy supplies. Looks
suppose
like a journal.
I suppose I'll pick up the journal.
Okay. Are you going to read it?
Is there any sort of like locking mechanism on the front?
Nope.
Okay. And yeah, I will open it up and I'll start to read.
Yeah, so it takes you some time. You guys can kind of like short rest if you want. You see that this journal belonged to the wife of Baron Brantifax, presumably the lord of this manor. You find out that he was an avid hunter who often invited guests to the chalet to hunt with him, and she admired his generous nature and his vigor. The Baron loved his mastiff Bjorn as much as he did his wife and children, but she did not like it when the Baron fed the hound scraps from the table. She felt isolated at the chalet, much preferring civilization and city life. She also writes about their firstborn daughter, Sylphine, who was bedridden and was born with a terrible physical deformities. The Baroness was glad that Sylphine could be housed in the chalet to keep her far from public eye. The nursemaid hired to watch the child. There was a nursemaid hired to watch the child while the Baroness was away, and the Baroness describes Sylphine's death at the age of 6 as merciful. There's also some indication that she might have had a hand in it. As well as they talk about a second younger daughter, Haluth, who was very much a tomboy, more like the father than the mother. This daughter died on her 9th birthday, killed by a wolf while out hunting with her father. The Baroness doesn't blame her husband for the death, but neither does she seemed to absolve him of guilt for it. Both daughters were buried in the graveyard at the Baron's insistence, and in her final journal entry, the Baroness speaks of evil whispers in the graveyard and makes plans to leave Chalet Brantifax never to return. Sorry, there's
I closed the journal. Yeah, I closed the journal and I put it in my bag, along with the calligraphy supplies.
Okay.
Are we certain that whatever was here is just another person?
Or is the chalet haunted?
Done.
From what I read in the book, it seems like that might be a possibility.
It's a good thing we have a cleric and a paladin.
I don't have any of the spells to detect any of that stuff right now.
Oh, really? The one time you don't?
The one time I don't have, like, detect good and evil or detect...
Well, correct me if I'm wrong about this, and because I don't remember offhand if clerics can still do this. Can you basically take, like, a few minutes to pray and then, like, get different spells?
That's the DM's discretion.
Well, I think it's part of your class, though. I think it's like...
Yeah. I think... Let me look at Murph.
I don't have anything that says I can do that, so I just thought daily. If we do a long rest, I can.
I do have divine sense, but that's like a burst within vision.
Just
You have your Eyes of the Grave ability, Joel.
No, it's not.
Joel.
Ah, fuck, you're right. But it's only a location of an undead, so yep. I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave.
Okay. So you use...
That shows the spell is anything undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. So it can't be, it has to be in
the room.
Yeah. I have to be able to see it. It's not hidden behind anything.
Okay.
Same for divine sense.
Are you going to use it?
I did use it.
Yeah. You don't see anything. What's the wording of divine sense?
Divine sense is as an action. You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hallowed spell, and you know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
So it's got the same limitation.
All right. Yeah, so you don't feel anything in this room.
Okay. What exactly do you think we're looking for? I'm asking that to Gideon.
I don't quite know yet. I think that there's something wrong graveyard here. The woman who penned this journal, she says that she felt like there were dark whispers about this place.
So, should we go outside then, or keep looking?
What concerns me is the noises we heard.
Right, it sounded
Coming
like
from the
animals were in
upstairs.
here. And someone moving.
Should we
As
take
you
the
guys
stairs
are
up?
talking, you hear what sounds like a child's laughter coming from above you.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's go up.
Yeah.
Do we know where to go up?
I mean, there's stairs right next to us.
No.
Yeah.
There's only so much space on the upstairs floor, so let's confront these spirits.
I would like to take a torch out and light it and use it to burn away the cobwebs in front of me.
Okay. You do that.
Okay.
I follow him up.
Okay.
Continuing with the party.
You guys enter the room.
We're
Yeah,
going
okay.
up.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading something.
As you guys enter the room, you see an attic with a peaked roof that slopes down to the east and west. There's dust that blankets everything in this room, including a stone hearth in the middle. Oh, I'm gonna actually do this for you guys so you can see where you are. You're in this C15 right now.
We see Strahd.
Yeah.
Strahd gets
no.
there of it. He's down.
There's a stone hearth in the middle of the north wall and an oval mirror mounted above it, as well as an oval rug on the floor. Against the west wall, half hidden behind cobwebs, is a bed sized for a young child, a rocking chair, a shelf lined with dolls, and a wash basin. A niche to the south contains a wooden cradle, a playpen, and a window box. And then suspended above the playpen is a mobile made of colorfully painted fish on the ends of hooks.
Divine sense.
Eyes of the grave as well.
You definitely feel there's some sort of undead presence here, but you can't see it right now.
Is that for both of us?
Yes.
So mine says it's not in this room then.
Well, you
Because
can.
mine says until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover or protected from divination magic. So if it's in there, I should be able to see it.
Or at least know that where exactly it is. Like, oh,
Right.
it's standing there.
No, it's not manifested in the room right now.
Okay. So I don't get the feeling. I just can see.
Yeah. So okay, so you don't see anything, but you Onion can tell there's some sort of like there might be like some sort of undead energies in this room.
There's something here, guys. I don't know what. And
Sorry,
what'd you
my
say was
skills
in the
bad.
room?
Yes.
No, what was in the room?
Oh, so there's a bed with a rocking chair. There's a shelf lined with dolls with a wash basin, and then there's that niche to the south that you guys can see has a cradle, a playpen, and a window box. And then above the playpen is a mobile.
I'll check out the cradle.
Yeah, it's a cradle.
Nothing inside.
Nope.
What about the mobile?
There's some colorfully painted fish on the ends of hooks.
Seems mundane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just a general investigation, looking through everything. Then.
Yeah. As your attention is sort of drawn. Actually, give me a investigation check. Everyone can.
17.
Ooh, 8.
Investigation. Oh, wonderful. 15.
Man, we all did really well with that.
Except for me.
Did you get a 4? So,
That is a straight 4 with no modifier.
okay. So, since Joel, you got the highest roll, as everyone sort of kind of wanders around this room, your attention is drawn to the shelf of dolls. And as you can see there's sort of dust on it. And do you do anything with the doll shelf?
I'm going to look at them very
Mhm.
closely.
Yeah.
I'm going to take... Are they like porcelain dolls?
They're
Or are they just regular dolls?
just regular dolls.
I'm going to use my... I'm not going to touch it with my hand. I'm going to use my... one of my hammers and reach out and like nudge one off the shelf.
As soon as you touch it, you hear, "Don't touch my dollies!" And
I fucking knew it.
I need a contested strength.
Oh no.
Interesting.
Natural 20. 21.
Ooh. All of a
Okay.
sudden, you're all like, my dollies.
So you feel like
I'm sorry, bitch. These are my dollies.
Feeling for
Get
the child.
fucked. No. These are my dollies now.
it feels like something tries to like push you and briefly and like as hard as it can, and you're like sort of like stumble back a little bit, but you're not like thrown anywhere. Roll initiative.
Oh yeah, initiative time. Okay.
Oh, 4. I feel it touching me, but I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not going to react. 4.
Yeah, you're more like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, 6.
What the fuck?
All right. So 4. What'd you get, Onion? 8?
8.
Oh my gosh.
7 total.
The big number.
All right. So as you guys go again, Joel, she's like, you feel like another push. I need another strength save. Or no contested strength check. Not a save.
That is 11.
Okay. This time, you feel yourself as you are like hurled up into the ceiling. Something like, and briefly you see like a ghostly figure of a small girl as you were thrown up into the ceiling, and you take you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you're slammed into the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah. And then an additional 4 as you fall back down to the floor.
So 9.
Yep.
I do not do well with it.
Yep. And that is Onion up next.
So you said we saw her for a brief second. Like, I know where she is, or like she's gone again? No idea.
Yeah, she's gone again.
This better not be a fucking action. Son of a bitch.
Doesn't your ability still allow you to know where they are?
Mine is only for one turn, and I think his is the same wording.
Yep, same.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for. It's not. I don't really got a lot of options when I can't see anything. I guess he'll just ready action cantrip for when she pops out, maybe.
Okay.
You're a paladin. You get a cantrip.
Yeah, I have that one cantrip.
Oh, right. That is Gideon's turn.
I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Mop.
Do we destroy the dolls?
I'm
Like, if
pretty
we
sure
tar-
she said, "Get away from my dollies."
No. I'm asking the party though. Like, do we think that if we destroy them, that she's connected to them, or would that just make it worse?
It couldn't hurt. Or you'll piss her off. One or the other.
I'm gonna attempt to firebolt the dollies.
Okay.
As you hear him whisper, "Fuck your
dolly. Boys ain't shit.
dog."
That is a 15.
That hits the dolls.
It's about time I actually hit something, an inanimate object. I guess it works. All right.
That would have been embarrassing.
There's 3 fire damage to the dollies.
Okay. One of the dolls catches on fire, and you hear like a childish screech. Angry, not hurt.
Oh.
Good, but you were just a dick.
Murph, that's your turn.
I'm going to use Toll the Dead, and I need a wisdom save.
Do you need to see what you're aiming at for Toll the Dead, or how does that work?
Well, I don't care much for you. Doesn't matter. Fine. Then I'll just swing where I thought it was at the last time.
Okay. Take a roll with disadvantage.
Or a dick. Whoa. I just rolled twice on D&D Beyond. I got 2 natural ones.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yep. So, yeah. 3. I fling my book at it and miss.
Yep.
Mop, I need a strength save.
Uh-oh. It's not
The book hits you from behind.
Alrighty.
As you get hit from a +1.
5.
All right.
He's next to the window, isn't he?
No, but he's next to the stairs.
Oh, okay. I was about to say he's about to learn the hard way what defenestrated means.
You get hurled down the stairs and take 4 damage as you
Ouch.
roll down the stairs.
You remember that time we fought a skeleton on top of a skeleton horse, and now we're getting our asses beat by a girl? Do you remember that? Because that's bullshit.
Actually, it's really just you getting your ass beat right now.
So we're not getting into details here. Onion, my fault. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Not splitting hairs.
Onion, that's your turn.
Still
no,
can't
man.
really see.
Yeah, it's still can't see anything.
Okay. Well, last time that didn't work
You
at
can
all.
assume that like whatever just hurled him was hurled Brennan down the stairs was probably the closest location.
Yeah. Gonna go for a swing there. Just gonna try.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Well,
What's your modifier?
so that's a 14 total.
Okay. Are you using a magical item?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you swing and you feel like you may have connected, but it doesn't seem to like do anything. So like you feel that you like made contact, but like nothing happens.
Okay. Then. Yeah, screw it. He's gonna use the last cry.
Okay. And what does that use again?
Disadvantage for allies who could hear me attacking them if they're within 10 feet.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just they have advantage on attack rolls against any enemy that could hear me.
Okay. Gideon, that's your turn. Or do we need to break
Okay.
Brian?
I mean, I'm going to need to go fairly soon, but I
Okay.
can at least maybe finish the combat.
Okay.
And because of that, I'm just going to attack wildly.
Nice.
Yeah. So disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry, Onion. Roll your damage from last turn. What you would have rolled.
Okay.
So 7.
Okay. So you can feel like you made contact, but you didn't do as like doesn't feel like you made a lot. Like it. She's resistant. Okay. Now Gideon, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I already rolled the first attack with disadvantage and I missed.
So you
Second
have
attack.
you don't because of Onion's ability. It cancels out the disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Then I think the first one probably would have hit, and so would the second one then.
That's correct.
Okay.
Sorry, I got distracted there.
I read the.
Got it. Actually, wait a second. I don't actually know whether or not it would have hit or not because I rolled with disadvantage and I didn't specify which would. Okay, so I'll just roll the 2 attacks again. That's fine. So I'll just roll both of them at the same time. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So does a 15 hit?
Those both hit.
Okay, good. So then the damage. That's 5 plus 3 is 8 plus another 4, so 12 points of damage, none of it magical.
12, you said?
12 total points damage, no magical.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell that you're like making contact, but doesn't seem to be like doing anything necessarily. Mop, that's your turn.
It's probably going to take all of my movement just to rescale the stairs, right?
Yes.
So I'm essentially just going to spend my turn getting back up to C15.
Oh, no, you don't need to do like you can climb the stairs. It would just consume your movement, not like you don't need a dash.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
You didn't go all the way down the stairs.
So is the specter visible still, or did
It's
it?
invisible.
It's still invisible. I can't really see invisible. I don't have the magic to do so.
You
I
can
could,
kind of
like-
see where, like, basically you arrive, and you can kind of see where, like, Gideon and Onion are like attacking at. So you could
So-
attack with disadvantage.
When I attack the dollies, Did the ghost become visible?
No.
All right, that's not a very good tactic then. I'll try a firebolt at it at disadvantage.
Which technically is advantage, or not advantage,
Yeah.
but like a regular because you heard the scream.
Yep.
That's true. So
You're just rolling
stop.
regular.
Yeah. That is 16.
That's gonna hit.
Cool. All right, rolling damage. 4.
Okay. Yeah, so you make contact with your firebolt, but it sort of seems to fizzle a little bit when it hits.
Better nothing, I guess.
Murph, your turn.
I am going to again swing at it with my flail
Okay.
at disadvantage.
No, you have normal because of Onion's ability.
13.
That's gonna hit.
Five points of damage, and it is magical.
It's 5 total.
Yep.
Okay. Again, the girl, as she sees you back up the stairs, Mop. She's going to. She's like, "Why did you hurt my dolly?" You hear from like the ether, and actually, I'm at disadvantage, right, Mop? Right, Onion?
I think it's just we have advantage. Yeah, allies have advantage.
Yeah. So, okay. So it's just regular attack.
Well, how close is Murph to me? Or Mop, whoever is being attacked.
Close enough. Doesn't matter. I didn't hit. So as you see this little tantrum taking place, a book like flies like right past your nose.
Books hate me, man. Books hate me.
That is Onion's turn.
Going for another swing. This one will be at disadvantage.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I was like, that's like us.
Gideon, that is turn to you. I assume you're during your normal 2 attacks. Alright, that's what we're gonna act off of. And so when Gideon rolls to attack with his trusty bowstaff and fist, he makes contact both times, and you hear like a scream, and the room goes silent. And that's where we shall end this session. So we thank you everybody for watching. We're at the end of our time right now. And again, we thank you. Check out Tabletop Loot using the code NOL15. If you didn't hear that little ad blurb earlier, you'll get 15% off on the store. They've got a lot of fun stuff. We'll see you guys again on Monday, where we'll continue our talk on vampires and vampire lore and all that kind of fun spooky stuff. And again, if you didn't hear before, our next book is going to be Foundation by Isaac Asimov. Does anyone else have anything else to plug?
Just check out our socials, and this episode will be uploaded on the podcast Saturday and on YouTube also Saturday at 7 p.m.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again on Monday.